Somebody's calling me. This is bullshit. I want my music back. There we go. Don't low side. Whoa, it's slippery on the left. Okay, another day. Back at it here with Emrys. And I just did a little bit of work without you guys. I was putting in the little Shirai battery here. And as you can see, this guy is tiny. I'm going to be using, they supply a bunch of foam with the batteries when you buy a Shirai battery. And this one is the tiny 14A2 BS12. So it's just enough it's for racing, not for street. So, you know, not going to powering lights all the time on long battery charge. But it certainly will start the bike and run the bike. And then I've got the Power Commander. I was trying to figure out the best place to put it, and with the cables and everything, and so that's not too bad of a spot. Or I'll put it with the battery tray somewhere between the foam. And then I got to run a map switch, so I can switch maps and run this cable up to the handlebar here through all the stuff. See, I should have left the airbox off. Ugh. Always got to take things apart twice. And of course I got to take this piece off again to get all the Power Commander plugs to this area. So that's the update. I'm going to start removing stuff again. Oh. I tell you, this is going to be one of those most intriguing yet difficult tasks, is actually running your wires to be, because I don't want to just run them and be like, oh yeah, I made them work, like, you know, a shop would do. They would just run them wherever. This is my own personal creation, and I take pride in it. So I'm trying to route the wires the best of my ability to be the most efficient with the Power Commander, and of course I'm going to have the data logger on here eventually. And so just trying to figure all that out, and that's where I'm at. With the Shirai battery, they supply a lot of foam. See, just a bunch of foam, and all different sizes, shapes, and thicknesses. So as an example, and they have like adhesive backing, so I'm gonna put one onto the bottom, and then I'll start from there. You know, so and start building the battery box essentially. And voila. Put her in the box. I'm even going to take the Power Commander with my design here and create an adhesive backing for this guy on his plate. The cable will come out that way, because that's will fit how he's going to fit in here nicely. And we separate between the two. There, it's already coming together. See what I mean? I got the Power Commander, the battery, and a couple foam pieces, and then the cables everywhere else. So I got my wiring done. I got my USB for the Power Commander 5. As you can see, the system is nicely in there. Wirings, everything. I have room as well for other stuff here and there. And wiring goes up. And I got my switch here, obviously the wires, it's all going with the OEM wires. And now I got to connect the Power Commander 5 throttle position sensor to the white gray wire. So it has a little splice that in there, and then plug all my injector lines in, and then plug the OEM ones into that. Sometimes I wonder, I always forget, it's like, why am I bending over? Bring this up a little higher. I'm just taking back the shielding a little bit out of the way. White and gray wire. Just trying to get further down so I don't have to do it right near the plug. So you guys can kind of see it. I'm just going to put this piece over the gray wire. White and gray wire. See, it just fits in the spot here. And get it away from the plug. And then I take this end and it'll just screw into it. Throttle position sensor. So it comes with each injector. So I did number 1. So to show you, you unplug injector number 2. You find the one in the lineup because it goes lengthwise. And you plug the power commander right directly into the injector. And then you take its male end and plug it into the old OEM female line. And then we go on to the next one. The OEM ones are really nice plugs too. And again, I'm just trying to make sure I do the wiring so it's not in the way at all. There we go. Alright, I'm going to zip tie those out of the way now. So as you can see, I got the power commanders nicely put back away and not going to be any roughest, not going to be in the way at all. And here's my fuel pump line. Everything is good. There's plenty of room to work on whatever I need to do. And yeah, okay. Well, the next step is let's get this steering stabilizer, the stock one, off. It works, but it doesn't work good enough for racing. Pretty much you'd have to run it all the way stiff. And it makes that sound. Like, it definitely is not as efficient. Once you throw something like an Öhlins on there, you'll be like, it's smoother, it doesn't have air bubbles, you don't have that looseness. It should be tight right off the bat, not loose and then tight. So, let me get on that. This is what we'll be replacing it with. It's going to go on that. Much better. They're always Loctited, as you should Loctite it also. And on the top here, it's a 40, Torx 40. I guess I can put the gas tank back on now too. A little better. Need a wrench on the bottom. What size do you think that is? Oh, 14 maybe? Yeah, I think it's a 13. Sometimes BMW uses the 13 size. I don't know why. They do, they use their 13. Okay, that's tightening. Let's loosen it up. Oh, I got tons of Loctite in this thing. Because it's upside down. And it's susceptible for falling out, obviously. Tons of Loctite. Alright. Let's get the old ones on there now. Get some Loctite, of course. A really nice amount of Loctite. Don't be shy. Got the spacers correct. The way the instructions say from Öhlins. And simply put, that's going to lock into there. And then I have to decide, pretty much it's the center, and then I lock the thing in where it's appropriate in the center, and then I'll bolt those ones down. And as you loosen it up, you see it has play in there with the spacers, and then so does this. And this thing has just a little bit of play. It's more a stiffer play, but that's what you want. That's how it's designed. missing a tool. See, I know I'm missing a 5 Allen. So that's the beauty of this box. Is like, oh, there it is. Voila. Gotta love those Seattle tools.